I can't believe I've got this game. This has been, I don't know, I can't even say it's like a target because it felt so unrealistic. But this is probably the game I would have chosen out of the whole set.
Retro Ghetto.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. I am in Hales Owen, which can only mean one thing, vintage gamer, and I am here for my biggest ever video game deal. Let's go. So what you have just seen are some of the rarest and most expensive games in the whole entirety of video game collecting. And as fantastic as it is to see those games, Nick's had them in stock and on the shop floor for a few weeks now. So a lot of collectors and YouTube content watchers will have no doubt already seen a lot of those fantastic titles. However, I was fortunate enough to have seen this influx of games before anybody else, and what that meant was I was able to put a few unbelievably rare games to one side, and yeah, these have been safely hidden away and nobody has seen them until now. Ick, shall we do this deal?
We can do the deal if you want to do the deal. I don't mind selling to someone else if you want me to.
No.
Are you sure?
This is the biggest deal I've ever done, mate.
But they've changed it also have to do
The Closet of Doom.
Closet of Doom.
So today I'm going to be showing you guys 3 new games from the Closet of Doom, and in YouTuber fashion we're going to go from worst to best. Now I'm going to show you an uncommon game, a rare game, and an ultra rare game, a grail if you like. We'll get to that a little bit later on, but the first game I want to show you all is Justice League Task Force. This one's a 1995 Sunsoft produced fighter featuring heroes from the DC universe such as Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, The Flash and Aquaman. There is a story here if anyone cares about that kind of thing in a fighting game. So the story roughly goes that Darkseid has attacked Earth, destroying a military base. You have to track down other Justice League members for information, only to be attacked by them as they are all clones of themselves or something like that, I guess. That's how the game enables you to actually fight other Justice League members before eventually having to fight Darkseid himself. This one got very average, middle-of-the-road reviews, probably somewhat unfairly. All fighters of this era got compared to Street Fighter 2, which, I mean, you're always fighting a losing battle at that point, aren't you? But yeah, this one's apparently one which looks great, as you'll be seeing on screen now, but doesn't really do a lot, doesn't really revolutionise the genre or anything like that. Definitely one for the hardcore DC fans that are out there. And one of the interesting things that actually came from this game was a toy line. McFarlane actually released a 7-inch figure toy line randomly from this game from way back in 1995. He released figures of Superman, Batman, Aquaman and The Flash, and as I say, they are based on the character models from this game. They also did that thing where they pack in like a specific body part, so if you buy them all, you could build yourself a dark side. So yeah, again, if you're a huge DC fan, that might be something to look out for. It might be a good way of displaying this game with the attached figures around it. But yeah, for me, just happy to have yet another Super Nintendo game into the full set collection. And again, a very uncommon one, this one. CEX have got this for £90, but it's one of them which is completely irrelevant what CEX have got it for because it's never in stock. If you look on eBay, the cheapest one that's available, PAL Complete, is like £300 plus. I'd take that with a pinch of salt. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's worth quite that much. And there is actually a listing due to end in the next couple of days. So by the time you see this video, if you want to check out sold listings, you might get a more accurate representation as to what this game's worth. But I'd say it's one of them games that's more uncommon than it is expensive. I'd say probably somewhere between £100 to £150. This is actually in very nice condition. It's one of them ones that's like quite glossy. You do get the odd Super Nintendo release where the boxes are more glossy than others. But yeah, the box is in very nice condition, as we've already mentioned with a lot of the stuff that's come from this collection, right? Yeah, the guy didn't have things that were in terrible condition. Manual, car, everything in here is all good. And I'm going to be honest with you, all three of these games, as expensive as they are, this is me opening them for the first time. I trust Nick implicitly. I don't think I need to sort of stand there checking it. If he said they're in good condition, I'll take his word for it. So yeah, I'm sort of opening these up with you guys as you're watching. But yeah, really nice condition, this one. And just another uncommon one towards the full set. It's always like overwhelming every time I come in here.
Especially when they've doubled up now.
I know. And I've still got this slight sense of nervousness knowing what's in that hidden staff-only cupboard over there that's been waiting for me. So I'm looking at other stuff, but in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I know what's in there.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very cool. Right, should probably do the deal. Should probably head into no man's land. Right, we're stepping it up now from uncommon to rare. Now, I couldn't find any, I don't think, for sale PAL Complete UK. There was one sold for, I think, over £1,300, but again, as with all Nintendo cardboard, you have to take into account that was mint. It was in a hard plastic case. That seems to make a difference with the collectors for some reason. Because having said that, this one's in very nice condition. But anyway, that game is Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems. A late SNES release in 1996, this is a Capcom developed beat 'em up. Marvel, Capcom, Nintendo. Now that's the holy trinity right there. This one is based on Marvel's Infinity Gauntlet series. Warlock calls upon Earth's greatest heroes to find the Infinity Gems before they end up in the wrong hands. You play each level as one of 5 superheroes: Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine or Hulk, as you battle it out over various locations around the world and even in space. Each character's health bar is separate, but it carries on across the different levels. So if you played with Hulk, for example, on level 2, if you then decide to use him again on level 5, you will have the same depleted health bar unless you get power-ups along the way. I think that's a really nice touch, something which sort of sets this game aside from a lot of the other sort of action platformers of the time. Similar to the Marvel Superheroes game that we recently picked up on the PlayStation 1, this is based on the Infinity Saga, and the gems give power-ups such as increased speed, power, health, etc. You know the drill by now. And as well as the playable characters aforementioned, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Puck, She-Hulk, Silver Surfer, Thing, Vision, Blackheart, Nebula, Sasquatch, Doombot and Doctor Doom all make appearances in this game. So yeah, if you're a Marvel fan, this game has got you covered. And like I said before, it's Marvel, it's Super Nintendo of the 90s, and it's Capcom. So you put all three together, you would expect an absolute worldie, and I think that's where things kind of fell apart a little bit. So from whatever reviews I've watched, this is a good game. But is it a great game and maybe as good a game as you would expect it to be given that build-up? Probably not. As you can see, it's very nice character models here, really nice sprite work, but a little bit uninspired from the reviews I've watched. The backgrounds aren't particularly great, and the level design, again, isn't as good as it could be. I watched a review which basically said there's a lot of sort of knocking down walls, and they didn't really think of too many ingenious ways to use all these fantastic characters and the fantastic different abilities that they have, which is a shame, but still, it's super cool, right? It's just one that you very, very rarely see. I've never seen a copy of it, which is pretty much the case with all the games I don't already own for Super Nintendo at this point. But yeah, very, very happy to be adding this one to the collection. And like I say, there's only one sold listing on eBay, well over £1,000. But again, take that one with a pinch of salt. But even with all that said, I'm very much looking forward to finding out for myself with this one. Retro Ghetto. I can't believe I've got this game. This has been... I don't know, I can't even say it's like a target because it felt so unrealistic. But this is probably the game I would have chosen out of the whole set. But never seen a copy before, but don't take my word for it. Nick! How long you been doing this?
12, 14 years.
Have you ever seen another copy of that game?
Only unboxed.
Yeah.
Never boxed.
Never see it?
I've had 2 unboxed copies in 12 years.
Yeah.
And then I've got that one. And I've only got that one because of the nice customer who wanted you to have that game.
So yeah, shout out to you, mate. Yeah, shout out to you, my friend, because wow, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Just thank you very much. And even the American one's expensive, right? Because I think it's slightly more common NTSC, but even there it's expensive.
Yeah,
here,
nowhere near.
No. How much do you reckon that's worth?
That particular game.
This one, this condition.
Probably 8+ easy.
Yeah, I thought 12. Based on what I could see from history, but
I've not looked for a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure. But it just doesn't turn up. It's really hard to value.
Yeah, in and around £1,000 game, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Ridiculous. But Nicholas, can't thank you enough, my friend. So before we get into that final game, there is one thing we need to do. I think it's about time we had another count and see how close we are to this full Super Nintendo set. Okay, so the votes are in. Now, I have got 326 Super Nintendo games, 5 of which are variants, Nintendo Classics, that kind of thing, which takes us down to 321 individual games. Now, according to my Super Nintendo Anthology, there are 531 games in the PAL set, which means that there are now 210 games left. That's right, 210 to go, which basically means I've pretty much got exactly 60% of the full PAL set. Yeah, it feels like we're trucking along now. I did say once I get to the final 200, I'm going to make a video, and that's still the case. So when we get 10 more games deep into this set, I'm going to make a video looking at the final 200 and really outlining where the problems are going to be in terms of price and rarity, but that's something for another day. But yeah, that's where we're at. Let's get back to it. Package secured. Wow. Right, okay, it's time for the big one. A game that I'm not going to say I can't believe I've got it, because I fully intend on getting the full set. I envisage myself having all of them. But I can't believe I've got it this soon. This is a game that was just so far on the horizon that maybe one day that hopefully I'll find it. Because even like finding it for a good price, just finding this game. As we just heard from Nick, he's only ever seen 2 loose copies of it. And yeah, I think Nick was a little bit outdated with his price match, because I actually found 2 sold listings of this. Both were over £1,200. Neither were in the UK. I think one was in France and one was somewhere else in Europe. But yeah, just not only a game which is ridiculously rare, expensive, grail, all the other superlatives you want to use, a fantastic game. And probably right up there alongside Mega Man X3 as the games that I've been wanting to add to my collection, because yeah, not only the exclusivity of it, not only ticking off that heavy hitter from the full set, but the fact that it's a great game. Anyway, I think we've given it enough of a build-up, right? That is Ninja Warriors, the new generation. Look at it! Oh my god. This is a 1995 Natsume developed beat-em-up, and it's a follow-up to Taito's 1987 arcade game of the same name. You can choose between one of 3 ninja androids, each with different attributes and a unique moveset. There's, you know, your standard sort of big guy who's quite slow but deals a lot of power. There's the faster female character, and there's the sort of like in-between ninja, cyborg, middle-of-the-road type guy as well. This is why I don't do game reviews. So set in a dystopian future, the story goes that androids were built by a rebel faction to help them overthrow the tyrant Bangalore. After a sudden attack, the androids were sent out untested, and who knew what madness would unfold? There's 8 stages to get through here with increasing difficulty. This is not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. But to help you out along the way, as well as the individual movesets for each character, you can also utilise the environments to your advantage. You can throw all sorts on this game. You can even pick up motorcycles and throw them at your enemies. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Unsurprisingly, this game was very well received. GameFan gave it 90%, Superplay gave it 84%, Electric Game Monthly gave it 82%, and yeah, what can I say? I couldn't be happier. I don't know, right? It's not very often I don't really have the words. I usually come on camera and I know loosely kind of what I want to say. I've got a couple of bullet points written down, but this is one of them that, this is why I do what I do. If you don't enjoy this as a game collector, what is the point? What is the point in any of it? What is the point in going out hunting, hustling, CX vouchers, buying stuff, selling stuff, filming stuff, sharing the hobby with people, sharing the passion? If you don't enjoy wins like this, yeah, there's no point in any of it. And trust me, I'm enjoying this win. Like, I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to do it on camera. Like I say, I didn't have any reason that I felt like I needed to double check. I actually made this deal with Nick without even seeing pictures of the game. I didn't see this until I went and picked it up in person. But yeah, what I love about this is not only is it rare, not only is it a great game, it looks great on the shelf. Look at it, man. Look at the blue. Look at the character art. So good. From memory, I think the NTSC version is a black case. I don't think it's blue like this. I don't think it's quite as nice. But even in America, this game's an expensive game. I think it's the best part of $1,000 over there, and it's definitely rarer here. I don't really know why it's so rare, because like I say, it's a great game. I can only assume that because maybe it was relatively late on in the Nintendo cycle. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, look at the condition, guys. The flaps are lovely. I think all of his games come with that on there. Now the manual is not in fantastic condition, but believe me, for the price I paid, yeah, I'm very happy with that. And it's all there. That's the most important thing. We've even got the precautions booklet. All important precautions booklet. So yeah, I could not be happier, right? And that goes for this whole collection. So the individual that bought these games in, you've now seen me spread this over 3 different videos, 3 different sets of pickups. We'll get to like the payments and everything shortly. But the first set was, I think there was 10 games that I bought. I bought some real nice games. Some sort of like, I think we bought some PS2 games. I think the crown and glory of that in particular bundle was the sealed Last Story, which we've got down here on the Nintendo Wii. Then I picked up Alien Soldier. Again, a very heavy hitting game on the Mega Drive. Yeah, we did a bit of gameplay on that one. I still look at that and smile. And then now today we've added these 3 Super Nintendo bangers to the collection. There are a lot more heavy hitters still there, and there's a couple that I've got my eye on. There might even still be one in the Closet of Doom, which we might get to a video down the line. So yeah, it's probably closer to £2,500 worth of value all in. Now, am I rich? Absolutely not. Can I walk in and give Nick £2,500? Absolutely not. Not if I want to keep Mrs. RG. I'm supposed to be getting married this year. I'll wait till I put a ring on it before we get to them kind of spends. But no, in all seriousness, this is what you have to do. If you want to collect games, you got to get clever, you got to hustle, you got to wheel, you got to deal. So first things first, I've got to give a shout out to the gentleman whose collection this came from. He doesn't want to be named or anything like that, but I've met him a few times in Nick's shop. Great guy. He watches the channel as well, so shout out to you, sir. And this game in particularly, this wasn't a negotiation that was done with Nick. This bypassed Nick. This was one that he said to Nick, I want to give this to Callum at this price, and it's a ridiculous price. I'll keep that between ourselves. It's very expensive, but also very cheap in terms of what this game's worth. He didn't give it away, but I couldn't be happier. Very, very thankful for the price that I got that one for. So straight away, there was a huge saving there. And then obviously, it goes without saying, shout out to Nick, right? Nick always looks after me, always does me a deal. I used to feel special, right? I used to go to a Vintage Gamer and come away and think, yeah, me and Nick, man, he likes me, right? He does me these great prices. And then the more people you speak to, the more you realise he does everybody fantastic prices. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about Nick or Vintage Gamer. But again, the way in which I did it was I split it out over 3 separate pickups. I traded things in, I take bits and bobs in, things I no longer need in my collection, and just other stuff as well. Electronics, I had like random things like routers for PCs that are worth a couple of £100 that came from here and there, and yeah, just all sorts of randomness to be able to put this stuff together. I think there could be a perception that I'm walking in these shops, dropping £2,000, and yeah, thanks a lot, see you in a bit. That's not the reality, right? There's a lot of hustling, bustling, wheeling and dealing, backwards and forwards that goes into making deals like this happen, where everybody's happy, where Nick's happy, I'm happy, and I'm definitely happy. Like I say, these kind of things don't happen every day, so if you don't enjoy them when they happen, what's the point, right? But yeah, it's definitely about collecting within your means and enjoying the journey, right? I've been collecting for a long, long time. I've got a lot of video games. I never got into collecting and started picking up Ninja Warriors, right? It's like nearly a decade later that I'm getting these games, right? I'm not dipping my toes in. I'm fully immersed at this point, and yeah, just delighted, right? We've got a few more ticked off the Super Nintendo list, and yeah, but having said all that, the fun don't stop, because we've got another belter coming any day now. So that should be here on the Sunday vlog, so make sure you keep it locked to the channel. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I know I've enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm going to spend some time actually sitting down and playing some of these games now. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what your grail is. What's your go-to? What is the one game you want, and how much would you be prepared to pay for that one game? But thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Much appreciated. Play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you in a bit. Take care. What are you looking at, mate? Smutty images.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Next. Oh.
Oh god. Ooh.
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.
Post-credit gameplay time. Right, now the obvious money would probably be on Ninja Warriors, right? I mean, this is probably the standout piece in my entire video game collection. However, we're not gonna play Ninja Warriors, and the reason is I actually played through Ninja Saviors not too long ago. This is an absolutely fantastic game, by the way. This is just, yeah, that's for full set enthusiasts. If you just want to play that game, if you think it looks good, this is the way to go. You can pick this up for about £20 or so. Fantastic game. It probably looks better and plays better than the original. So, yeah, like I say, collecting's a disease. But yeah, I'm not going to play through that one just simply because, yeah, that one's still very fresh in the memory. I want to play a game that I've never played before. So I think I'm going to go with Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems. Okay, so this is how it starts. You can choose from, I think it's 4 levels and a training base. Now, Boston Aquarium's got the best music. That's the background music that I used during the video itself. But Amazon. You know me, I love bright colours, I love greens, blues, natural colours. Surely Amazon's going to be the best bet for that. Ancient ruins located in the jungles of Brazil. Let's go. Right, okay, character select. Hulk feels most at home there. I think that's because of a Blanca connection with Brazil, but I feel like Captain America is going to be like a good middle of the road character. We're going to go Captain America. It even sounds like Blanca's stage. I've got to say, visually, it's impressive already. Okay, so it's naturally moving with the tide of the what I assume is the Amazonian River. Where have these ladies come from? We've got some sexy She-Hulks by the looks of it. They look like green 1980s fitness instructors. Well, what movesets have we got here? Basic punch. What else can we do? Right, so it's got like a Hadouken move. Oh, hello! 3-hit combo. Oh, that felt good. I'll tell you what, it's always a testament of a good beat-em-up. Oh, it's the sound effects. That sound effect, that hit. Yeah, you feel that. Oh no, my screen ratio's automatically changed. The screen ratio snobbery is going to be kicking off in the comments. Just in case anybody isn't aware, my remote isn't working properly currently for this TV, and the screen ratio has a bit of a mind of its own. It comes and goes, so we're gonna have to make do with it as it is for now. Oof. Oh no! Oh, I love that. I could never get bored of hearing that. Maybe it's because I'm in the river, but it feels a lot better when you're attacking in air. Like I say, maybe it's because that dynamic of this level, the river's pulling you along like the tide. Oh, okay. What are we doing there? Stop doing that. I mean, I don't think them little rocks would really hurt Captain America, if I'm being honest. I mean, what's he got on his feet that they're hurting him? I mean, a pair of Crocs would be sufficient. Is this Hawkeye? How do... Oh, hello, we can throw the shield. Struggling here. Hawkeye's doing me over. Nobody's favourite Avenger. Guarantee there's one person in the comment section now. Hawkeye's my favourite. He's got the best character arc. How many times can I hit Hawkeye? Oh, look at that. Achilles heel. He's done me over. Man down. Is he going to take me back to the start of the level? Start of the game! Oh my goodness! Right, okay, well at least we can take a look at a different level. Let's go Alaska. Severely cold Alaskan mountains. Even the ground is frozen. What do you mean, even the ground is frozen? Surely that would be the first to freeze, right? Yeah. Even the ground's frozen in Alaska. Alright, Captain America's done. I feel like we'll try out Spider-Man. He's going to be a bit faster, isn't he? It feels like they used the sprites from Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know how that works in terms of dates, but they look very similar. Right, what moves have I got? The way he fires his web! Why does he like linger after it like showboating? Look! He probably pulls it for the cameras, look! So you can shoot your web, but you're going to stand still posing for 2 seconds after. So don't use it too much. Look. Oh, dear me. Oh, look. Oh, I love that. He's got a funny walking style, hasn't he? Like he's carrying a wardrobe on his back. Well, you know what? Because I didn't go into this expecting too much, it's good game, innit? Let's be honest. Like, it looks good. I could quite happily sit down for a few hours and play through this entire game. I thought to myself it couldn't be that bad, right? This was the criticism on the review I watched. Too many wall breaking things or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it looks good, it sounds good, it's Capcom, do you know what I mean? I don't know who this pink guy is, but he looks like, is it Boo from Dragon Ball Z? Oh yeah, that'll teach him. You want some? You want some there? Don't know what it is, but we'll have it. Oh, hello, Spider-Man can climb off the walls. I mean, it makes sense. Wall jump action. Oh no. Epoch. Ah, we didn't get much of a chance at Epoch, did we? Epoch. Well, puck me. Right. Being as we've died quite quickly on both those levels, we might as well take a look at one more level and one more character, haven't we? Let's go Dr. Doom's castle. Let's go... Oh, man. Hardcore now. Let's go Wolverine. That's right, wearing yellow and blue. There is like a brown variant, right? You Marvel geeks will know better than me. I'm a new school Marvel guy, right? I only got into it with the films. Oh, we got some speed on him. Oof. Oh, okay, so I can... Right. What is that? A crystal ball? How's that killed me? Killed by a Pokeball. I mean... Oh. Okay, we've got some platforming going on. Oh. Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. It's better than Wolverine Adamantium Rage. Adamtanium? I've never known how to say that word. It's better than that game anyway. That's for sure. I'm collecting things, but I ain't got a clue how you use them. What's happening here? Oh, is it boss time? Is it Dr. Doom? Oh, hello! Always reminds me of the rapper. MF Doom, R.I.P. Beautiful sprite art again. Tell you what, we're not doing too bad here. Oh no, I spoke too soon! Well, you know what? All in all, a decent game. It definitely gets by on the fact it's both Capcom and Marvel, right? I keep saying that. That charm is there. I understand what people are saying. Maybe the level design isn't fantastic for that small period of time that we played for it, but it's still a good game. I could definitely play through that. Definitely a strong 7 out of 10 and a great one for the collection. And hopefully that guy gave you guys a bit of insight into that game, which I think is a Super Nintendo exclusive, as is Ninja Warriors. Whereas the Justice League game was also available on the Mega Drive, so if you want to check that out on there, it's a cheaper option and more widely available, of course, on the Mega Drive. But guys, thank you very much to everybody that's taken the time to watch up until this point. This is actually the day after recording the video. It's been a mad day getting this video ready, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to watch. If you did watch to this point, put in the comment section below Ghetto War. Ghetto War. Thank you very much. Play games, keep it retro. Take care.